our schools are a reflection of their communities. And to develop a community, you also have to pay more attention in the education of the children of that community. That is why we took a decision that we are going to prioritize rural schools and township schools with this investment. And it is good because it can also work offline where there are network problems. Our province still have challenges of connection in large part of our rural areas. And that's where you find almost 70% of our schools. So when you talk about connectivity, you almost are guaranteed that almost 70% of your schools in the province are not properly connected. Others, there is some form of connection, but it's not in a desired standard, which makes the teaching and learning very difficult because we are moving with time and you can no longer continue to rely on the old methods of teaching and learning. If you are to develop the learners to be of the same quality with their peers across the country and across the world. You also need to help to facilitate the ease of teaching by the educators, because as we want proper results from schools, we must be also accountable of what investment do we make to our schools to ensure that they are able to produce proper and quality results for our learners. That is why we have said our target will be in the main in the rural schools as well as the township schools. With this feedback that we are getting, it means that we must also try and secure further funding for the further rollout of this program. And it also comes against the background of the program that we launched at Ematungeni Secondary under Iklopo. That one, we launched it under the auspices of Office 365. It cannot work without connectivity, that one. So as we improve, these two systems will be integrated so that we build a solid package of ICT in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. And these facilities help us to even facilitate what we called shared tuition, where you can put one lead educator in a particular school and be connected to a number of schools in the province of KwaZulu-Natal and start running those lessons. Over the past 2 weeks, I've had meetings with the vice chancellors of UKZN and DUT as well as their teams, because we also want to coordinate the assistance that we can get from these tertiary institutions. We want to tap into their expertise. They have specialists. We'll have a professor in science, professor in mathematics, a doctor in that and all of that. And we are saying we want to use those expertise so that they can also help to empower our children while they're at the schooling level. We don't want our kids to only start to meet a professor or a doctor, a specialist on a particular subject when they get into universities. We need to start now to expose them of the life that you get when you get into higher learning institutions. And we are quite happy that those meetings were fruitful. We then established task teams that will then deal with the nitty-gritties of this partnership, and soon we'll then be going out into public to unveil the whole package of our partnership with UKZN and that of DUT. So this investment that we make will really open up a number of opportunities, but it will also facilitate fast development of our learners, because now they can be able to do the research on the net. They should be able to be exposed into a situation where they are required to deal with complex challenges and find solutions, and they will be able to develop in the same footing with their peers across the world. We desire a situation where a kid from Nongoma will be able to go and represent South Africa at an international level. A kid from Nkandla go and compete and with his or her peers at an international level. And that will not come only through prayers. We must be very deliberate in investing in the modernized methods of teaching and learning. And we intend to roll this program out together with one of Office 365, the integrated package, throughout the schools of KwaZulu-Natal. We'll also be targeting primary schools, because research shows that when you invest on the development of a child at a very early age, you are bound to get positive results. So we want to expose these learners into the modernized methods of teaching and learning at a very young age. And we'll be doing that through partnerships with various stakeholders in government and in society.